Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see about copolymers and its types. What are copolymers? A copolymer, a copolymer is a polymer that is made up of two or more monomer species. Co means combining of polymers. That means two or more monomer species joined together, that is called it as copolymers. Many commercially important polymers are copolymers. Many commercial polymers are called it as copolymers. Examples include polyethylene vinyl acetate, that is PEVA, nitrile rubber, and acrylonitrile butadiene styrene, that is ABS rubber. These are the main examples of copolymers. The process in which a copolymer is formed from multiple species of monomer is known as copolymerization. It is also often used. It should improve or modify certain properties of plastics. So ordinary plastics, it can modify, it should be converted into a copolymer. So a homopolymer is a polymer that is made up of only one type of monomer unit. The difference in the constitutions of copolymer and a homopolymer is illustrated below. So homopolymer means it is only one type of polymer should be present in the chain, that is unit. The same monomer should be present in the chain, that is called it as homopolymer. But in case of copolymers, the different constitutions, that means different number of monomers should be present, is called it as copolymers. So copolymers are categorized based on the structures. Those containing a single chain are known as a linear copolymers, whereas those containing polymeric side chains are called branched copolymers. So classification of copolymers. There are different types of linear copolymers are there. So it should be further classified into several categories such as alternating and statistical copolymers. This classification is done based on the arrangement of monomers on the main chain. So these copolymers can be classified based on the arrangement of monomers. If the monomer should be present random or it should be in the alternating manner, whatever it may be, based on that arrangement, it is classified. The first one is black copolymers. When more than one homopolymer units are linked together by a covalent bonds, the resulting single chain macromolecule is called a black copolymer. Again, I am repeating, when more than one homopolymer units are linked together, same molecules present, but it should be joined through a covalent bonds. The resulting single chain macromolecule is called a black copolymers. That means black copolymer means same molecules, that is same homomolymers present in the covalent side, that is covalent bond. Okay. A junction blockers an intermediate unit at which the two homopolymer chains are linked. Hence, we have to when two polymer should be joined, the junction block is called it as a intermediate unit. A diblock copolymer contains two homopolymer blocks, whereas triblock copolymer contains three distinct blocks of copolymers. As we know that mono, di, tri, etc. If the that is means diblock copolymers contains, that is two homopolymers should be blocked a chain. If it is a triblock copolymer contains, that is three distinct blocks should be homopolymers. And examples of such of a polymers is acrylonitrile butadiene styrene, that is ABS, then commonly referred to as a SBS rubber, okay, styrene butadiene rubber. Okay, so this condition should be fulfilled with the by the SBS rubber. Okay, on illustration describing the structure of black copolymer, which is made up of monomers A and B, is provided below. Okay, so that is one type of monomer, PB, the another type of monomer is AA. So this is a di homopolymers. Okay, so A type of homopolymer, B type of polymer. So this is a junction intermediate. So this will be called it as a diblock copolymers. So this type of polymers, one type of monomer, this type of one type of polymer. Okay. So the second type of copolymers are statistical copolymer. These are the polymers in which two or more monomers are arranged in a sequence that follows some statistical rule. What are the rule? It should be mole fractions of monomer be equal to the probability of finding a residue of that monomer at any point in the chain. The entire polymer is known as a random polymer. So we know that random means it should be a random manner the polymer should be obtained. These polymers are generally synthesized via the free radical polymerization method. So it should be based on the free radical method, initiation, propagation, termination method by via we can prefer this type of statistical copolymers. So an example of statistical polymer is the rubber made from the copolymers of styrene and butadiene. We can refer to polymers. So AB, that is random. First monomer, the second another type of monomer. So again the same monomer, again the second type of monomer. It should be randomly, it should be present. Okay. Third type of copolymers are alternating copolymers. Alternating copolymer contain a single main chain with alternating monomers. See, alternate means first monomer, second monomer. Again first monomer, second monomer. It should be alternatingly arranged. By the name itself, we can easily identify or define as a alternative class, random. We can easily define. Okay. So nylon 66 is an example of the alternative copolymer. Okay. So the periodic copolymers. This polymer features a repeating sequence in which the monomers are arranged in a single chain. See, here also it's present in a single chain, but in the alternating way. So here there is a periodic copolymers is like first monomer, that is A, second monomer B, again third monomer A, fourth monomer, but it should be in the case of double second monomer. Again triple, again triple molecules of second monomer. It should be goes like this. Okay, that is periodically it should be increased. 1, 2, 3, again 4, then 5. The monomer also increases. The first monomer should be increases in the third step. The second monomer should be increases in the second step. Then automatically in fourth, the second monomer will be again multiplied. That is called it as a periodic copolymers. Okay. The next one is gradient and stereoblack copolymers. The single chain copolymers in which the composition of monomers gradually changes along the main chain. That is called it as gradient copolymers. Are you understand? I think you can able to understand. So composition of monomers gradually changes. Okay, so the monomers, the composition of monomers should be gradually changes along the main chain are called the gradient copolymers. If the taxity of the monomers varies with the different blocks or units in the polymer, the macromolecule is known as the stereoblack copolymer. Okay. So what is branched copolymer? So name itself, we can easily identify that polymer in which the monomers form a branched structure. Some important types of branched copolymers include star, comb, grafted, and brush copolymers. Okay. So a star copolymer contains several polymeric chains that are attached to the same central core. Okay, so the central core is that. These are the sub-classification or class-linked polymers. Okay, so that is several polymeric chains are attached. That is called it as a branched copolymers. These are the edging carbon atoms are present. So these are the branched copolymers. Okay. So these structures are different types of star-shaped copolymers are illustrated above. That consists of multifunctional center to which 3 or more polymer chains are attached. So in these examples, we can see only one core polymer. In some other cases, if there are 2 or more core polymers should be attached and it formed the branched polymers. Okay. So the last one is craft copolymers. Branched copolymers featuring differently structured main chains and side chains are known as a graft copolymers. Okay, main chain also it should be present, side chain also present, structure chain also present. So A-B molecule. Alternatively, A molecule should be in the case of craft copolymers. It should be a structure of craft copolymers based on the A chain. From the A, the B monomer should be attached. From the A, B monomer will be attached. Okay. So that is called it as a craft copolymers. Okay. So the main chain or the side chains of these polymers can be copolymers or homopolymers. It may be AA and the type of monomer, BBB of the second monomer, or else it can be the other type of monomers also present. High impact of this polystyrene is an important example of a craft copolymer. Okay, so polystyrene is a most widely used material, so it is the best example for the craft copolymers. Okay, so these copolymers, that is craft copolymers, should be synthesized by the applications of free radical polymerizations. Okay, so this is an important question. What are copolymers, and write their classification. So the alternating craft copolymers, then branched copolymers, gradient and stereo block copolymers, periodic copolymers. Likewise, we have to explain in detail. Okay. So thank you all. We will meet in the next class by seeing the types of polymerization methods. Thank you all.